If you're seeing this video, then this video is for you. If you're somebody who is currently on a path or just going through the motions of life and you feel like checking out. So some of you may be healers, some of you may be writers, some of you may be athletes, some of you may be very creative. You could be a videographer or a photographer. You work with images. Maybe you're a makeup artist. Some of you are just very, very creative. So the cards that jumped out for you is you have the Seven of Transformation, and then you have the Ten of Water. Some of you are going through a transitional phase, but I kind of feel, since you see this figure in the middle of this light and this dark, that you are kind of stuck. You are stuck because you see yourself going into this void and you're like, I just came out of the light. Why the fuck am I going in the void? Why is everything starting to look dark? So some of you are getting caught up in the middle of this, and Spirit is saying that there is a need for you to dig deeper. There is a need for you to look at the parts of yourself that has been in control this entire time and you just didn't know. So that is why some of you may be going through the dark night of the soul, or some of you may be called to do some shadow work, address some emotions or some thought patterns that have been sabotaging your progress time and time again. So now let's look at the Ten of Water. There are these three women. There's three paths. Each of these women has an object in her hand. You have kind of like a mid-aged woman who has a knife in her hand. And then you have, I'm just going to assume that this is a younger woman. She has like this like rope in her hand. And so to me, you know, my mind kind of goes to dark places. It is a rope of strangulation. And then you have this other woman who, she appears to be older, wiser. She has white hair. She has a key in her hand, and some of you may need to get in touch with the goddess Hecate, because some of you are in a liminal space right now. While you're in this liminal space, it just feels like you have your thoughts and emotions that are just coming from every direction and is creating a lot of confusion. When you're going through a transitional phase in your life, you could feel very confused because nothing is going to be making sense at first. When you are going through the void, it just feels like you're floating aimlessly and there is no direction. But you don't know that you're actually on a path and you're headed in a particular direction. Your spirit team does, your ancestors do, your higher self can see that you are. But for you, it could just feel like you are just aimlessly floating around in this space. It could be overwhelming to deal with if you haven't dealt with that kind of energy. You could be at a crossroads right now